Hi guys, welcome. So, are you ready to know the secret the no makeup artists want to tell you in achieving a flawless, beautiful, skin like makeup? Okay, then watch today's video. So, I'm going to be sharing all the secrets you need to know in this video. So, if you are ready to know, then watch till the end. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. So, the first thing you have to know when it comes to makeup, you need to have a good skincare routine. A good skincare routine is what's going to do the magic for you, because when your face is looking good, you know your makeup will be nice. After you are done with the first part, which is taking care of your skin, when you are seated on the chair to do your makeup, what you have to know is we have a step on how we prep the skin, and it depends on the skin type. So with this particular client, she have a not so dry skin, so I can just say she have normal skin type. So with her, I'm going to be using a mattifying primer, I'm going to be using a moisturizer, a sunscreen, an eye cream, and the serum. And the prep, it depends on the time you are doing it. If you're actually doing it at night glam, then you might not really need the sunscreen. But if it's a daytime makeup, you can use your sunscreen. So here I am trimming her brows, making sure that where I'm going to put the concealer, there's no hair around it, not to make it look cakey and too much. So that's what you see me doing here. Moving on to the other steps we are supposed to know. Let's talk about serum. So when choosing the right serum for your makeup, the first thing you need to look out for is a hydrating serum. So I can recommend you use any serum that contains hyaluronic acid, because the most important thing the skin needs right now is hydration. Yeah, you can do the skin treatment later, but the real thing we are dealing right now when it comes to your makeup is a hydrating serum. Then after putting your hydrating serum, you wait for it to dry, then you put on your mattifying primer, because you've already moisturized your skin. So you put on your mattifying primer just to make sure that everything is in the right place, and you put the mattifying primer around her T-zone, because that's where she is likely going to experience a cracky skin, or a makeup feel. So you focus on her T-zone where you're going to apply a concealer. Good. So wherever you're going to apply a concealer, there should be a mattifying primer there, just to make sure it controls the production of oil and sweat. I didn't record the foundation process, the under eye concealing, the blush, and the setting powder process, because I want that to be your exercise. This is a makeup 101 class. So I went ahead and I did her eyebrow. But before I talk about the brows, let me just talk a little bit about the foundation. When choosing a foundation for your clients or for yourself, make sure you choose two foundations. One, a foundation that matches your skin, a foundation that matches your skin. And number two, a foundation that is slightly darker than your skin, because during winter our skin is different, and during summer our skin also changes. So to create a blend, or to create the right foundation when we find ourselves in any of the weathers, that's how you choose your foundation. And the foundation I used here is a medium coverage. There are times you use foundation that are lightweight, and there are times you use a foundation that are full coverage. This particular foundation is a medium coverage foundation. So after drawing her brows, I went on and concealed with a concealer that's exactly her shade, because I don't want to see any kind of extra light going anywhere. It's supposed to be flawless, so I used a concealer that is exactly her skin shade. We just reached the contouring stage. So the contouring stage is different from the concealing stage. I see a lot of people confuse themselves because they feel like, oh, I'm concealing, I'm contouring. They don't really know what they're doing. So the contouring stage is the step whereby we use a darker concealer, or yes, a darker concealer to bring out the bone structures. You understand? It's supposed to define the bone structures of the face. You can use your contour to make your nose slimmer, to hide your forehead, to make your cheekbone look pronounced. That is the purpose of a contour. So here you saw me apply the contour on her forehead, on her cheeks, and I am blending it upward just to give her a certain snatched bone structure. We are concealing now, so we are done with the contouring. Now we are concealing. So you see the shade I'm using, the shade is lighter than her skin because the foundation I used was darker than her skin, so I'm using a shade lighter than her skin to complement the foundation. So I put it on her forehead, on her nose bridge, and on her chin. Do you see what I'm doing? So I'm about to blend out with a brush, and I would always advise you, if you want your foundation or your concealer to look good, first of all blend it out with a brush, then you use your blending foam to take away all the residues. And after I am done blending out my concealers, the first step you have to remember is always apply certain powder on your concealers. Wherever you place it, there should be a level of certain powder, a translucent powder over there, just to avoid creasing, and it's going to dry perfect into your skin. The pressed powder stage. So when you are done contouring and everything, and you are done setting the whole face and everything, then you take your pressed powder to dust off all the unnecessary powders on the face. So the pressed powder is like you take the exact shade of the person and you just use it to dust off all the unnecessary residues left on the face. So when you're done, you use your setting mist spray. So guys, there is a difference between a setting spray and a setting mist, and most people confuse a setting mist with a setting spray. The spray is actually dry, and it's actually a spray, like it's have this alcohol feeling to it. I don't know what it's made of, but the setting mist is more of water. It feels like rose water or something, and I'm just applying it on the face. But most people write setting spray on it. It's actually a setting mist, so just know the difference. At this stage, we are, guess what we are doing. I want you guys to write what we are doing here. Were you able to guess it right? Okay, so as you can see, I'm already done with her eyeshadow. I will talk about eyeshadow when it comes to the other model. So here I applied her lip liner, and because we are doing red, I used a red lip liner that matches the kind of red we use. We used about 3 lipsticks to get to this stage. So first we lined the lip, and then we used a lipstick, then we used a mattifying lip, which also have a different shade to get this color. It's so beautiful. So I'm applying her eyeliner. Like, you have to hold your liner correctly to get a good eyeliner. Make sure you don't overdo it. And I am drying it out before we continue. I've already, used mascara on her lashes before. Then we did a little angel kind of wing around her liner to give it a more sophisticated look. Isn't this beautiful? Are you not proud of yourself that you're almost a graduate of a makeup class? Are you not happy to be here? Don't worry, we have a lot to learn. You might be like, oh, you didn't teach me all of what I'm supposed to know. Just have patience, because with my other model, we are also going to be talking about different things I want you guys to know when it comes to your makeup game. But just tell me, isn't this given? Isn't this beautiful? So I'm placing her lash on the right place. So before you place lash on your client's face, please make sure you put the lash glue on her eyelid before you put the lashes on her face. Welcome to another tutorial. This is my second client. So here we have put concealer, blush, foundation on her face, and with her I use a lightweight makeup. See how flawless this look. With this client, I want us to focus more on the eye. Look at her eyes. So we are going to be doing a very beautiful eyeshadow here. So I am putting the base color, which is actually like I mixed a little bit of pink with nude to get this shade, and we have something called a primer for the eye. And if you don't have the primer, you can actually use your blush. You understand? Because I'm trying to help you save some money. So after applying it, this is the secret. I take my setting powder and I put it on it so that the eyeshadow stays the whole night. The eyeshadow ain't gonna move one single bit. It's gonna stay the whole night. After I am done with the setting powder, I now dig in with the color I'm going to be using. So you see, I actually start from the top to the down so that I don't get an extra color where I don't need it. So I start from the top to the down so that the eyeshadow doesn't smudge into her brows. So we start from the top to the down, and here I'm creating a crease line with a brown shade, not too brown, something medium brown, just to give us the crease line. Here we're actually putting glitters on her eyelid. We are doing something different today, something beautiful. So I first of all place my lash glue on her eyelid. And guess what? When I put the lash glue on her eyelid, I sprayed a little bit of Got2b glue on the eye glue just to make it more sticky. Then I also applied an eyeliner on her eyelid. Then I took the glitters and I placed it one by one. And if I tell you this, like, it just stick to her skin like I am not moving. And trust me, this was not going to move at all. It's going to stay there until she decides I'm done with you. There's no movement that can take this off. So if you don't have like a glitter glue or anything, this procedure works just perfect. Sometimes I feel like I like this procedure even more than using a glitter glue. Duh. So here I'm actually doing the lash placement. This time around I decided to use my hand just in case you don't have a tweezer. So you put the glue on top of the lash, on top of the eyelid, just to make it stick. And if you try and it's not really sticking the way you want it, you can use a lash curler to bind a natural lash with the fake lash for it to look natural and beautiful. So that's what we did here. So we are done with the makeup and we have sprayed the setting spray on her face. Is this not given? So after putting the setting spray, I actually take my pressed powder brush, making sure that there are no excess lines or any stuff we don't need. And this foundation, this makeup just goes exactly like her skin. Like, you see that there is no too much color going on here. This is exactly her skin tone. Is this not what you're looking for? Are you not happy for this free makeup class? Even though I'm the best teacher on YouTube, please don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section. And if you like videos like this, I'm actually going to go in deeper and deeper for you to know all the tricks makeup artists use to get their makeup looking good. So these are two different clients, two different models, and all of them, their makeup is given. So can you tell me the difference between when she was wearing the wig and when she had the scarf on? Can you tell me the difference? Okay, let me tell you. So when she was having the scarf on, I put on a little bit of pink blush, and when it's a wig, I put on a nude blush. We are experimenting the look. And thank you so much for watching today's video. Love you guys.